What's up, everybody? So we're talking something about something a little bit different. Usually on Fridays we do where I was right, where I was wrong, and kind of let you guys know what stocks we got right and wrong when we're talking about them on Stock Watch Sunday. Most of them did pretty well, as they usually do in the chaos, but we wanted to bring something different to the table for this Friday and talk to you about some stocks that are related to cryptocurrency that may end up continuing to do extremely well. We all know that Bitcoin is at levels we haven't seen since 2017, and it is on an absolute tear. I personally don't know enough about Bitcoin to really have a formal opinion on it or cryptocurrency in general, but I know when I see stocks that move that are highly influenced by it. And so that's kind of what we want to talk about, where some one particular stock or two particular stocks that we think that are going to continue to run up, even though they are at nosebleed valuations because of the influence of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I'll let you go ahead and lead off with that, Fat Man Zoom, with what you're looking at that could continue to benefit from Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to necessarily take the time and invest in to learn Bitcoin. I think that there's a lot of due diligence to be had. I personally, I do feel like it's hot. And I remember back a few years ago when everybody was in Bitcoin and it was, you couldn't miss. And I don't even know where those friends are anymore. So I worry that this feels very similar. I'm not saying it's a bad investment. People are making money off of it. I think that's great. I personally don't feel confident enough to get in it, but I want to get on the train. So what do we get into? I think that our favorites, Square and PayPal, are the ones to be in. So you love Square. I love PayPal. We're fans of either one. You know, you figure out which one you like. PayPal just broke 200. And there's really a lot of great things on the horizon for both those companies. And to me, that's a great hedge for if you want to get into PayPal or get into Bitcoin or crypto, but don't necessarily feel confident enough in getting into it. Dude, Square made a $50 million investment into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Jack Dorsey's a huge fan of crypto. PayPal just started offering crypto in their PayPal services. So all that stuff makes you feel like they're very optimistic. And I think other companies you're just going to see follow suit. So their stake, Square's stake, already made them $34 million already. Yeah. So we love the companies. I think that that's a small piece of what they do. If crypto does well, if Bitcoin specifically does well, then you should see these companies do well. However, if it has its pullback, and this thing, Bitcoin's volatile, we already know that. Yeah. If it has a pullback, you're hedging your bet a little bit. So all the other things Square has going on, PayPal has going on, I think they're great opportunities and a great investment if you're not so sure about Bitcoin.
Yeah, and we'll just go ahead. I'll go ahead and show you the chart here. I'm actually going to pull up Bitcoin first. And Bitcoin is getting to a point to where it is about to break all-time highs. 19,956 is, well, I'm sorry, 19,891 is the all-time high for Bitcoin. It's now sitting at 18,595-ish, and it's just on an absolute tear. I mean, we've seen this triple in about 2 weeks time, a little bit less than that, actually. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and go back on that. It's nearly tripled since April. And so I had this on the monthly chart, so that's my bad, but it's still going off like crazy. This entire month, it's gone from 13,000 all the way up to where it's at now, 18,606. So just absolute monster. And the volatility is what makes it really scary. But it's some of this has been propelled because of PayPal accepting it more widely and Square accepting it even more. And so we think that if you want to hedge just a little bit and not just go directly into Bitcoin, frictionless transactions, we've been talking about it. We've been saying how frictionless transactions are going to be the way of the future. It's been exasperated by, the Rona, and kind of pushed everybody into this, frictionless transaction funnel, I guess, if you will. And so part of that is going to be Bitcoin. I think that there's definitely going to be a place where this lives. Some people are kind of, and again, just pardon my ignorance for those of you who are watching who are really heavily invested in it. Some people are kind of like equating this to a gold, for example. So if you're looking to get into gold or whatever, something that's an alternative to the US dollar, then, people are kind of flooding into Bitcoin as well. So there's a lot of momentum that's going on with Bitcoin that really, I think, is just continuing to make this go higher. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin went and broke those all-time highs that we saw back in 2017. But I think that the higher this goes and the faster it happens, the more likely we'll see a pretty sudden drop in some volatility. So just make sure that you guys prepare for that. And again, makes a lot of sense to do that with Square or PayPal to kind of hedge that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And I know that the Bitcoin cult, which is probably all the old CrossFitters that just decided to get into Bitcoin, I know what they're going to say, but the reality is like when you tell me something's a sure bet and when it feels too good to be true and it only goes up, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, is it a good investment? Sure. But like, I would never go all in on something. I would never be like, all right, well, this looks like highs. Could it go higher? Yes. But it also could go lower. And like I said, I haven't heard from those friends from back in 2016, 2017, who were telling me that they were, quitting their jobs and just moving to another country to live their life and just live off of Bitcoin. Those people are literally non-existent.
Right.
So hopefully, I think Bitcoin's here to stay. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
But when just the way people approach it and the way people talk about it, anything that's get rich quick or whatever, there's a lot of people that get hurt on the other end of that. So just be smart with it, guys. Both Square and PayPal are great opportunities. They're doing so many good things. 2021 is going to be a banner year for both those companies, and Square in particular. They're investing nearly almost $1 billion in marketing, networking, their community network, growing that, international, not to mention the things they're doing in hospitality, and also what they're trying to do with credit cards. They want to replace the banks and merchant processors. So their margins are great. When you look at them, it's hard to find any sort of headwind for Square and PayPal. So we're big fans of it. It's going to be a buy for us probably through 2021 and beyond. But get in on it if you can. And good luck.
Yeah, this is one thing. This is one thing that I would say. Don't be afraid of the highs. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I actually started to get a starter position on this at $199, sitting at $204 right now. Just broke over that $200 mark. 201.33 is the all-time high for Square. I think we blow its doors off, and there have been arguments being made about Bitcoin and how it's related to this, along with all the other stuff that they have going on. Arguments are being made that Square could be seeing $300 a share before long. So wouldn't want to be without some Square shares or PayPal for that matter. And this is probably the first time we've seen Square overtake PayPal as far as valuation, right? So. Well, I would say just as far as price is concerned, we were saying that maybe one day we'll see this Square eclipse PayPal. But either way, going hand in hand, we love both of them. PayPal's one. Square's 1A, take your pick, whatever one that you prefer. But these are not going anywhere anytime soon, and they're only going to go up from here. So you want an alternative to Bitcoin, you're a little bit nervous about putting a lot of your money into that. Maybe this could be a good alternative because they have more than just Bitcoin that they're relying on for their business. It's just another feather in their cap. All right, so speaking of Bitcoin, if you guys are interested in looking for platforms to trade Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies on, Webull has just started to release the ability to be able to do that. So if you guys are interested in opening an account, we are affiliated with them. Help support the channel by opening an account with Webull if you haven't done so already. Links in the description, and that's going to do it for me. Fat Man Zoom, what else you got?
Like, subscribe, and check us out on Stockwatch Sunday. We're going to go live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye.